Have you ever thought about turning that passion you have for travel, that real love for it, into your actual career? Not just a job that pays the bills, but something that, really fuels that desire to see the world.
Okay, just picture this for a second. What if your 9 to 5 wasn't, stuck in a cubicle? What if your office was, well, anywhere you wanted it to be? Maybe it's a balcony looking out at the ocean, or a cool little cafe in some city you're exploring, or hey, even just your cozy living room. This right here, it's not just some fantasy. It's a very real possibility for a modern travel professional.
All right, so first up, let's talk about what this career actually feels like, the day-to-day. We're talking about a complete flip of the script, structuring your life around your work and not the other way around for a change.
And look, I know this sounds like a bunch of buzzwords, right? But it's not. This is about real, actual freedom. Being an independent travel advisor means you call the shots. You decide when to start your day, when to end it. You can build your work schedule around your family, your own trips, your life. That kind of flexibility, it's literally baked into the job description. And this really is the heart of it all. It's about taking that thing you're already obsessed with, finding new places, planning the perfect itinerary, discovering those little hidden gems, and turning all that energy into a career. A career that gives you some serious freedom and flexibility. Okay, so the flexible lifestyle is awesome, for sure. But now, let's get to the really juicy stuff. The part that's, well, it's beyond just the paycheck. We're talking about insider access. The kind of exclusive benefits and perks that are only available to people inside the travel industry.
So as a travel advisor, you get this key to a whole world of travel that most people never see. We're talking wholesale rates. Think of it like buying directly from the manufacturer instead of the store. Suppliers give you these special prices because you're a partner. On top of that, vendors will literally give you incentives, cash, merchandise, just to learn about what they offer. And then there are fam trips. That's short for familiarization trips. It's where you get to go experience resorts and cruises for a fraction of the cost, all so you can become an expert on them. It's pretty amazing.
And we're not just talking about one type of travel here. The range is just vast. One minute you could be on a familiarization trip, checking out the newest, most luxurious cruise ships, and the next you're getting behind-the-scenes access and amazing discounts at the big theme parks. The whole idea is for you to experience what you sell, and the industry really helps make that happen. This quote really sums up the whole philosophy. The industry gets it. They know that the best travel advisors are the ones who are passionate travelers themselves. So there's this genuine focus on helping you have incredible travel experiences, not just the people you're booking for. All right, so the perks are obviously incredible, but you're probably wondering, how does this actually become a real sustainable business? So let's talk about that, how you take that passion and turn it into a profession with a loyal following of clients. The first thing you need to know is that this is not about cold calling at all. It's all about building relationships. Here's how it works. You get access to the best suppliers out there. That lets you craft these amazing, totally personalized trips for people. We're talking about the little things, right? Like setting up a surprise anniversary dinner or knowing exactly which room is the best sunset view. When you do that for someone, you're not just a booking agent, you're a hero. And that's how you get clients for life, and all their friends too.
And just look at the sheer scope of what you can book. You're not stuck in one little niche. You can handle the whole shebang for your clients. Hotels, all-inclusive resorts, every single major cruise line, car rentals, transfers, concert tickets, theme park passes, travel insurance, you name it. You basically become their personal travel guru for everything.
Now, this part is huge. Your success, it's all on you, in the best way possible. Unlike so many other sales jobs, there are no crazy sales quotas hanging over your head. There are no caps on what you can earn. The amount of effort you put into taking care of your clients and growing your business, well, that directly translates to your success. Your growth is truly in your hands. Okay, let's switch gears a little bit and get into the really smart business side of things. Because when you're an independent advisor, you're a business owner, and that comes with some pretty awesome financial advantages. So, once you start building your business and you've got income coming in from booking travel for people, a really important question naturally comes up.
And that question is, how do you work smarter, not just harder, when it comes to your money? The answer isn't just about making more. It's about being smart and using the financial tools available to you as a business owner.
This is where it gets really interesting. Because you're running a business, a lot of your everyday expenses can become potential tax write-offs. We're talking about your own travel when you're doing it for research. The money you spend on training and getting certified, That's a business expense. Even a portion of your rent or mortgage for your home office, plus your cell phone and internet bills, all these things that are necessary to run your business can help lower your taxable income. It's just a smart way to manage your money.
Now, of course, and this is super important, you're going to want to talk to a tax professional about all this. They can tell you exactly what applies to your specific situation, so you can make sure you're doing everything by the book. Okay, so we've talked about the incredible lifestyle, those amazing insider perks, and the smart financial side of things. But what's the glue that holds it all together? Let's talk about the foundation you need to make all of this actually work.
It's kind of like two sides of the same coin, right? On one side, you've got all these amazing benefits, the travel perks, the flexibility, the discounts. But to unlock all of that and build a real business, you need the other side of the coin, professional credentials, a solid structure, and expert support to help you along the way.
Bottom line is, these perks don't just fall out of the sky. You get the most out of them, you maximize them when you build your business on the right foundation. It's really what separates this from being just a fun hobby to being a legitimate, successful career.
So that brings us to the million-dollar question, right? How do you build that foundation? Where do you get the credentials, the structure, and the support you need?
Well, that's exactly what we're going to cover next.
So you want to know how travel advisors actually get paid for planning all those amazing trips? Well, today we're pulling back the curtain and breaking it all down. Let's dive in. I mean, you see the gorgeous vacation photos and the incredible itineraries they put together, but how does that all translate into a paycheck? It's a really good question, and you're about to get the answers. And it makes sense, right? When you're dreaming about that beach in paradise, the last thing on your mind is the payment structure behind it. But understanding this is actually the key to seeing the huge value an advisor brings to the table. Okay, so the number one way travel advisors earn their income is through something called commissions. But it might not work the way you think it does. Let's break down how that money actually flows. This right here, this is the biggest misconception out there. When you use a travel advisor, you are not the one paying them. Their payment comes directly from the huge travel suppliers. You know, the cruise lines, the big resorts, the tour companies. So what even is a commission? It's pretty simple, really. It's just a percentage of the trip's cost that the supplier pays to the advisor. Think of it as a thank you for handling all the details, the booking, and taking care of the client. And here is the golden nugget. This is the most important thing to remember. That commission, it's already built into the price of any trip you book, whether you do it yourself online or you use an advisor. The price you see always has a cost for marketing and sales built in. So when you use an advisor, you're just sending that fee to a real person who's going to work for you. The process itself is really straightforward. First, the big suppliers like Disney or Marriott set their public prices. Then, an advisor uses their professional access to book that trip for you. Finally, after the travel happens, the supplier sends that commission straight to the advisor. It's a nice, clean flow. Okay, so that's the theory, but what does this actually look like in the real world? Let's get into some actual numbers from different kinds of trips. Now, beyond those standard commissions we just talked about, some advisors have another really powerful tool up their sleeve: wholesale rates. Exclusive platforms give them access to special pricing that the public just can't see, and that creates a pretty unique way for them to earn. Here's exactly how it works. On the left, you've got the retail price, right? That's what you'd find on any public website. But on the right, you have the lower wholesale price that only an advisor can get. The difference between those two numbers can actually become their instant commission. Let's look at a real-world example. Just for booking one 7-day all-inclusive honeymoon down in Cancun, the potential commission could be almost $1,800. Not bad for one trip. And the income can really scale up, especially when you get into group travel. I mean, imagine organizing a big family reunion on a cruise. For a booking that big, say 20 cabins, the potential commission could be over $9,000. That just shows you the power of booking for groups. This chart does a great job of laying it all out. A theme park package might bring in a commission of over $600. That honeymoon we just saw, almost $1,800. And then that big group cruise can push past $9,000. The potential really varies, and it rewards people who become experts in different kinds of travel. But commissions from bookings aren't the only way to earn. A really smart travel business is built on multiple streams of income. It creates so much more stability and opportunity. A smart advisor builds multiple income streams. You've got those instant commissions we talked about and your regular bookings. Some also charge fees for planning really complex, custom itineraries. Plus, they can earn by referring other people to the business. And with a high commission split, often as high as 80% take home, this whole diversified approach can be really, really lucrative. You know, it's just like a good investment portfolio. Having multiple income streams just makes for a stronger, more resilient business. It's not about relying on one thing, it's about building a solid financial foundation. So, we've covered the nuts and bolts of how travel advisors get paid. But just like with any career, the paycheck is only one part of the whole story. Understanding this flow of money is absolutely the critical first step. Knowing that commission is already built in and that you have all these different ways to earn, well, that's fundamental to building a successful business in travel. But money is just the beginning. A truly thriving career is also built on having the right support system, getting official credentials, and taking advantage of some incredible industry perks, like, deeply discounted or even free travel. So, knowing how you get paid is super empowering, but it's only one piece of the puzzle. The next logical question has to be, what else does it really take to succeed? And that's exactly where we're going next. All right, hello and welcome. If you've ever really, truly dreamt of turning that passion you have for travel into a real profession, then you are in exactly the right place. We're about to walk through the professional pathway that Archer Travel has built to help you do just that. So let's dive in. So many of us have that dream, right? A career in travel. But the thought of starting a business completely from scratch, it can feel like a lot. Where do you even begin? How do you sidestep all the common mistakes? That's the barrier we're here to talk about, and more importantly, the structured way to just walk right past. Let's just look at the difference here. Trying to go it alone, you're facing this maze of challenges. You've got to find your own suppliers, build a website, figure out all the legal stuff and licensing, and you're doing it all with nobody to call for help. The Archer way, on the other hand, completely flips the script. From day one, you are set up with over 100 trusted suppliers, your own booking website, all the right credentials, and a whole community to back you up. It's really the difference between being lost in a maze and having a clear path right in front of you. So what this really means is you're not just getting some idea or a course, you're getting a complete business in a box. Archer and Evolution have literally put everything you need to operate like a pro from day one. Let's take a look inside. First, and probably most importantly, you are never alone in this. You get a structured new agent program to get you started, expert-led training sessions, and get this, daily live Q&A calls. It creates this amazing community where you can always connect with other advisors for tips, advice, and just some good old encouragement whenever you need it. Now for the nuts and bolts, the tools that actually run your business. You get your own personalized professional booking website, a dashboard to track all your commissions, and this is huge, errors and omissions liability insurance is included. That's your peace of mind. Plus, you get the opportunity to earn your own IATA CAN card, which is basically the gold standard credential for travel pros. And it unlocks all kinds of exclusive industry perks. And of course, the fun part, the travel itself. You get immediate access to this massive network of the biggest names in the business. We're talking Disney, Sandals, all the major cruise lines like Carnival, even Expedia. These are the kinds of relationships that would honestly take years to build on your own. Okay, so now that you've seen the foundation, let's talk about how you can actually begin, because this is not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. There are a few different options, and they're tailored to match your goals, right where you are today. So first up, maybe you're what we call the traveler. Your main goal is really just to book amazing trips for yourself, for your friends, your family, and hey, get access to all the incredible industry perks and savings while you do it. If that's you, this is the perfect starting point. Or maybe you're the starter. You're serious about this. You want to build a real business, maybe part-time on the side, maybe full-time, and you want all the essential tools you need to build your list of clients and create a legitimate new stream of income. And then there's the go-getter. You know who you are, you see the massive potential here, and you want to hit the ground running with the absolute highest commission splits and every single benefit available to you. You're here to maximize your earnings from the very first booking you make. So here's a quick look at how those starting points stack up. The biggest, most important difference is the commission split. You can start with a solid 50% on the basics plan, or you can jump straight to a massive 80% with the essentials and the bundle packages. Now, while every single option gives you your website and all the training, those higher tiers are what unlock your maximum earning potential and some really powerful tools, like the wholesale booking engine that gives you access to rates the general public just can't get. It's really important to see this not as just another cost, but as a strategic, super low overhead investment in a business that's ready to go right now. And just to give you total confidence, this investment is backed by not one, but 2 guarantees: a 10-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee and a 12-month profit guarantee. Now let me show you what that investment can do. Take a look at this number right here, $672.50. This is a real commission from booking just one 7-day theme park package for a family. That's the kind of income you can generate from a single client's vacation. Now keep that number in your head for a second. Think about it. With a commission like that, your entire startup investment could be covered with just one booking. That really puts the value of this whole thing into perspective, doesn't it? Okay, so here are the investment levels for the traveler. The basics plan starts at just $49.99 to enroll. For the starter who's ready to unlock that 80% commission, the Essentials plan is $89.99. And for the go-getter, the bundle is a one-time enrollment of just $2.99. And as you can see, the monthly overhead to keep your entire business running is incredibly low. Now, to make starting your journey even more exciting, there is a special welcome gift on the table right now. But it's for those who are ready to take action. For a limited time, when you decide to enroll, you're going to receive 2 complimentary travel vouchers. And this isn't some small perk. This is a real travel experience to welcome you into the industry the right way. So what exactly are we talking about? You'll get a 3-day, 2-night hotel voucher and a separate 8-day, 7-night luxury resort voucher. This is your chance to experience the travel life firsthand, to really become a product of the product you're so passionate about. Now, you need to know this is a special gift for the fast action takers. These incredible travel vouchers are only available if you decide to start your journey within the next 24 hours. So, if you've seen how this structured pathway can help you reach your goals, well, the next step couldn't be more simple and direct. Getting started is easy. All you have to do is get back in touch with the person who shared this with you. They can answer any last-minute questions you have and give you their direct link to enroll. Or if you see a link right below this video, you can just click that and begin right away. We've laid out the path, we've shown you all the tools. The only question left to ask yourself is,